warm welcome to all of you. It gives me immense joy to be with all of you today. Today is the third part of my conversation with Mohanji. Absorb his wisdom, absorb his vibrations. Please explain to us about time. As average humans, we understand time in a linear fashion, but I guess that is not the way it is. So could you please share your insights on this?
Well, time is always multi-dimensional, right? For a woman who's who's going to deliver a child, every moment is like 10 hours. But for a person who's experiencing some ecstasy, even an hour vanishes in no time.
Yeah.
So the concept of time itself is relative. And especially for us, existing in linear time, that means yesterday, today, tomorrow, day after, it has different values at each time. We experience different values for time. So time is not a static thing at all. Time is very variable. And time has its effect as per our situation, condition, orientation. As per our mood, it changes. So situation changes the effect of time.
Okay.
But there is one time where we every day in 24 hours there is one point in time where we nullify everything. Deep sleep time. When we are in deep sleep, all the dimensions end. We do not see anything. We do not have any idea about time, or time doesn't matter. Even in our life, what values time most is the mind matter, mind, intellect and ego, because it's operating on the linear time. Body is being carried by time from birth till death. But the soul is not affected by time. So in our own system, there are multiple faculties with multiple different orientations about time. So you can't define time in one sentence.
Right.
It's a relative term.
Okay.
Then there are parallel realities. Parallel realities means simultaneous happenings. This only through soul you can connect to those levels. Only in the soul level you can connect. Physical level and mind level you can't connect to that realities, because this is the reality you are occupied. We believe we are this reality. Just now you said it's your birthday. Birthday of what? This incarnation. This body. So it's a relative thing. For soul, what birthday? Another day.
Yeah.
In the existence as a unit.
Yes.
So as far as soul is concerned, soul is not affected by birthdays.
Right.
But body and mind is affected. Mind is happy that there is a celebration. Body has no idea that this is birthday. It goes through it. And at the time of death, that body is left behind. Body is just a cage we use for an expression or experience. So time has multiple levels of understanding, multiple levels of existence. Time is same, but what we perceive has multiplicity, dimensional differences. And when you are completely occupied in silence, where sound itself is alien for you, that time doesn't matter. You already became eternal. When you connect to what you connect to becomes you. So when you deeply connect to the eternal aspect of your own existence, then time doesn't matter. You become a time rider, like a wave rider. Right? So you'll be riding time because you are eternal already. Great masters like Babaji, Sai Baba, Akkalkot Maharaj, Bhagavan Nityananda, and numerous other masters, they are all examples of this existence. They have become eternal because their connection, their identification to the eternal aspect of you, which is your soul, so they became eternal. So for them, leaving a body doesn't mean leaving any story. Story exists. Leaving a body doesn't mean anything. Inside a body or outside the body, they work alike. Example, Babaji. But Babaji is a different dimension, but that's I'm just giving as an example.
Yeah.
Where with a body or without, he is very, very active. Hanumanji is very active. Shirdi Sai Baba is very active. Body could not bind them. Body will not bind you if your identification is with the eternal aspect of you. If your identification is with your body, your personality, your ego, it's perishable.
Right.
Whatever rises will also fall. Ego rises, ego falls. Everything rises and falls each day. In 24 hours, you see the rise and fall. You rise in the morning, you fall in the night. There is a birth and death happening every day. Death is total annihilation of your existence, deep sleep. When you wake up, you rise again. Rise and fall is happening like sunrise and sunset every day. Identify this, that this is exactly the existence, so that you start detaching from what seems to be you to what is you. What seems to be you is what people perceive you as you are, or what you project as you are to the world. What is really you is beyond your third dimension to the level of who or what is the source that moves you. Source is eternal. No change happens to the source. Source is permanent. And when you connect to the permanent aspect, you become eternal. Yeah?
Right. Baba, would you like to shed some light on the other dimensions that exist, and is Earth going through an ascension cycle?
Earth is not going through anything. We are going through. Yeah.
Okay.
We blame it on Earth.
Yeah.
Evolution is for the human mind, not for Earth. Earth is going through Earth is a reflection of what we are. Correct? What we project is what you see. We are constantly projecting things to this world. All the time. 7.5 billion people are projecting various things to the world. They can only project what they are. You can't project something which you don't have. So you are projecting what you are. Another person is projecting what they are. And the conglomeration of all these things put together, that's what we call life. So Earth is a platform. Earth has all what it takes to give flavors to life. It's like a huge hypermarket. You can go pick up things from there and you can make your own curry. And that's what you're doing. So Earth is not on ascension or decline or anything, but human minds are. Now, when we talk about yugas, let's say yugas.
Yes.
We say ascension means entering into SatYuga, golden age. Golden age is a state of eternity, where you choose the time of your death. You choose when to stay, how long to stay, and when to leave. While karmic birth is not the same. Karmic birth is bundle of desires, fulfillment is needed, take a body, fulfill it, and then you carry forward more desires and come back again. This is karmic birth. So when you are in the SatYuga mode, that means you have no desires. First of all, you have no connection with the world outside, except you are existing in the world like an avaduta. You are fully in the world, but you are not of the world or not with the world.
Right.
That state. So a state of detachment. Number one. Number two, a perfect awareness of who you are. You are only existing and reveling in the inside story, in your inside story, in your soul, in that aspect. It's not denial of existence, it's full awareness of existence. And it is not an intellectual or emotional feeling that you are not what you are. That is also, it's illusion. What I'm saying is that you are fully occupied into your own soul material, and you realize this is your truth, and you stay there, totally stabilized, totally still. Then you are in SatYuga. So SatYuga is existing right now to some people.
Right.
All the people have that ability. This is what is people like Babaji and great masters are doing. This is what they are giving you, or this is what they are guiding you to. But through practices. But what happens is people get stuck with practices.
Yes,
And they think that these practices will help you. Practices are only like a bridge to cross. So each step, each practice should take you deeper and deeper inside. More than practice, sometimes integration to the master's consciousness helps. Imagine a master who's well established in himself is with you, and you connect to that master. That is what Baba said. I just sat and looked at my guru. I did nothing. I looked at him. He gave me everything. He gave means not the master takes and gives you. You become the master. Because what you are connected to constantly, consistently, without doubts, without prejudices, without comparisons, without competitions, you become that. You become the master's consciousness, you become the master. So true masters makes others masters, not disciples. No true master is interested in disciples. What will they do? What will you do with a lot of people? Instead, true masters makes the others masters. But then it's the equation and the orientation and the disposition of the disciple that makes them masters. If there is a disciple who's constantly doubting, criticizing, competing or comparing and discussing intellectually, he will only see an object or another personality called master.
Yes.
Or who they can't connect. There's no connection happening. More than the visual thing, it is the deeper connection that brings transformation. So what is spirituality? Transformation. So when you talk about multiple levels of existence, it is all simultaneous. That means definitely we are aware of multiple levels of existence each day. Waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. Beyond that, there are multiple possibilities depending on your level of illusion that you hold. If you are totally deluded that you are this physical form and this personality, you have only this life. But when you start connecting to your soul deeper and deeper and deeper, and then you start realizing that whatever I seem to be is only one aspect of me, but I can have many more aspects, then automatically your dimension changes. So this is a very broad subject, very big, very deep. First of all, the time as we see, the linear time is only one aspect of time. This is number one. There is a possibility of past, present and future together simultaneously. Like Lord Krishna explained to Arjuna in the 11th chapter, when he showed his Vishwarupa, all the people who are supposed to die are already dead and gone. And he told Arjuna, look here, you are only an instrument. What has to happen has happened already in real time. So Lord Krishna Krishna showed this to get the idea to the people. Showed this because the people understand that past, present and future are simultaneously existing. But we do not perceive it because we are oriented with this identification, this body, this life, these identifications, these orientations, character, constitution, all these things, so that we only see linear time. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, day after. So we cannot catch the possibility of a vertical time. Again, linear, horizontal and vertical time are just expressions. Don't think that the time is standing up now. It's not like that. They are all just to explain the possibilities. So they are all existing simultaneously. Like I explained this earlier in another program. When one person asked Ramana Maharshi, if I die now, usually they say that it takes about 700 days before you take another birth. It's a general statement. Don't take it seriously because there's no rule like that.
Okay.
So he asked Ramana Maharshi, if I die now, will I take another body in 2 years? So Ramana Maharshi said, possible. Definitely possible. But in that life, you would be already 70 years. That means what? There is a parallel existence already happening.
Yeah.
So when you leave this body, you merge another body of yours and you continue. In linear time, you never understand this. Very difficult. But that is why through meditations, through connection, contemplation, who am I, what am I, why am I, and deep penetration, or even easier, is a deep connection to a very powerful master. Not usually what you see in the world outside, those who talk. They are mostly acharyas or they are practitioners. That's not what I mean. Somebody who's really established in consciousness or established completely within. That's a true master. So if you are able to connect to somebody like that, then you may connect to this aspect faster. Again, it's a big trap. When you connect to somebody who's established already, that person will look too ordinary. This is the problem. He will have no paraphernalia. He will not show, hey, look here, see, I'm a big master. Nobody will show. Once they are fully settled inside, they lose all interest in the world outside. Nothing to prove. Nothing to prove, nothing to approve. Then what happens? They're fully themselves. When they're fully themselves, when they are not showing, people will think, what a man this is. I'm wasting my time with him. People expect miracles. People expect certain paraphernalia, certain show. If you don't get it, then you think this is not the right guy. And that is why I said there is a big trap or a problem here. You got to see through all these ordinary thing and look within to see the brightness inside. It takes time. You got to have keen observation and you got to have consistency. Most people don't have consistency. They come with an expectation, oh, master will do a miracle, tomorrow I will be enlightened. And then you can't be enlightened when you are a bundle of desires, because your desires are all to the external world. You want a job, you want money, you want relationships, family, girlfriend, boyfriend, all sorts of things. Everything from the world outside. Then where do you have time for the world inside? So when all your processors are focused on the world outside, you have only time to process what is visual, what you can perceive. That is why Bhagavad Gita said, millions of sense objects in the world. To experience them, 5 senses, 1 mind. Mind means mind, intellect and ego together, mind, matter. At one point in time, you can only experience one thing properly. And that has only 2 results possible. Happiness or sorrow. Finished. This is life. So millions become 5. 5 becomes 1. And 1 becomes 2. And 1 you can experience. So basically it becomes 1. This is our existence.
Thank you very much, Baba.
Thank you. Thank you for interviewing me. And my love to all those who are listening to us or seeing us.
Thank you very much.